Home athletes, hello. It's Friday already. Happy Friday. Hope you have some plans coming up for the weekend. Workout today to finish out the week. This is a little version of a classic benchmark workout we do called Christine. Usually it has some rowing and box jumps in there, but unfortunately home athletes don't have those things, but that's all right. I've come up with a version for you that should be really good. This should last somewhere in the 10 to 15 minute range, so not too long, but we are looking for, relatively high intensity here, so good speed. So 3 rounds for time. And I give you these prescribed workouts, and I tell you 3 rounds or 6 rounds or whatever. Feel free to do an extra round. I will tell you, if you do what I tell you to do, and you're like, man, I still got some gas in the tank, or I still got some time, feel free to do a little bit longer. Do a 4th round today if you want. You don't have to by any means, but it's your workout. I've spoken to a couple of the home athletes who are like, yeah, I wish that workout was a little bit more. I had more energy. Go ahead and do it. It's your workout. It's your life. It's your day. Go ahead and do that. But anyway, prescribed workout today. 3 rounds for time. Again, should be like 10 or 15 minutes. 400-meter run. Hopefully you have that mapped out by now. 20 double dumbbell deadlifts. And 40 jumping lunges. Just wait till these jumping lunges. They're tough. You're going to like them. So, you got your 400-meter run mapped out already, right? Probably a couple minutes there, give or take. Double dumbbell deadlifts. So, I have prescribed 2 dumbbells, right? Hopefully, you have some dumbbells that are, kind of heavy. So, remember, big focus for today is the hinge of the hips, right? So, we'll demonstrate from the side first. We stand up nice and tall. We keep a nice tight belly as we get ready to lift our weights, and we hinge at the hips. Basically, all this involves is sending the hips back, right? You should immediately feel glutes and hamstrings being loaded. These are called your posterior chain muscles, if you will. Notice that I'm keeping my shins relatively vertical, right? So it's not a lot of knee action, but a lot of hip action. And those heels stay flat on the floor. And as we do our deadlift, we simply drive our feet, especially our heels, down into the floor and push up, right? Deadlift is way more about a push than a pull. So I've got my dumbbells right here. I'm sending my hips back. I'm going to grab those bells. I'm going to stand straight up and repeat that process. Send those hips right back. Keep the belly nice and tight. Tap and go. 20 reps right there. And you can obviously deadlift any number of things. You might have one heavy kettlebell or one heavy dumbbell or an odd object or whatever you're lifting. And feel free to change that number. So if you have really light dumbbells, maybe do 25 or 30 reps on that one because it's a little bit lighter. Do a little bit of reps. You maybe have really heavy dumbbells and you're like 20, that's too many. Do 15. So feel free to be flexible in that rep scheme. And then finally, jumping lunges. Let me show you these real quick. So much as it sounds like, this is a very good, very athletic, kind of explosive plyometric movement. So we actually start in the lunge position, right? So my right side first, doesn't matter. I'm actually doing 4. I'm going to jump up, switch legs, and land on the other side, right? So jump up, switch, and land. That's 1 rep I just did. Jump, switch, that's 2. Jump, switch, that's 3. Jump, switch, that's 4. Be careful with the back knee, right? Just try to gently touch it to the ground. We're not looking to slam it down. We jump up and go. First few don't seem too bad, 5, 10, I got this. But then fatigue starts setting in. Like I said, it's very explosive movement. Really good. You're gonna love it. So, warm up today. I want you to do a 400-meter run, just like you're doing the workout, but at a nice slow pace, right? So, 400-meter run. Pause your video. Go do that. You're back. All right. So, rest of the warm up. I have 4 stations. What do we need here? We don't need much. You need 1 dumbbell if you have it. I'm gonna grab my dumbbell right here. I'm going to put it on the floor right here. All right, I'm going to get my timer going. Don't go anywhere. All right. Sorry, I should have done that first. I forgot. All right, so we're going to do some Samson lunges with an air squat in between. So follow along with me. We're going to lunge out, right? We're reaching up, we're lunging down the right side. We're going to lunge it out on the left side with a reach. Bring the feet together and then squat. We're going to keep doing that for 1 minute. So lunge with a reach, lunge with a reach, and then air squat. All right? Keep doing that. Lunge, lunge, squat. And with your stance and lunges, I like to focus on pressing the hips forward, right? You're letting those hips come forward. So keep working on that. You got about another 30 seconds here. Lunge, lunge, squat. Got 15 more seconds. Time for a couple more reps. Hopefully it's a nice sunny day for the runs. I'm recording this on Thursday and it's a beautiful blue sky outside. Hopefully that sticks around. All right, so next one, these are called warrior squats. You have your dumbbell, hopefully, on the floor, or a kettlebell or some kind of weight, doesn't really matter what it is. We're gonna get a nice deep squat right by it. We're gonna hold on to it with one hand. What we're gonna do is reach up toward the sky, a couple seconds here, and then switch. We're looking for a nice twist of the upper back, right? Twist it up, whoops, hold on to your bell, pop, pop, pop. I always get a nice little crack in my back when I do this. The whole entire time we're holding nice squat position. So we're looking for a nice, you basically get a nice rotation through the spine. Keep working on this. A few seconds or so on each side as you're doing this. We've got about 30 more seconds for our warrior squats. And you can do this without the weight, of course, but it's kind of nice to have that as an anchor. You're kind of pulling on the weight and then also reaching back up and behind. 20 seconds. This is always a good one for people who spend a lot of time on computers, right? You get a kind of stiff upper back from being on a keyboard all day, so this one kind of opens up the spine. All right. Next one, we're going to do a side plank hold. We're going to do 30 seconds on each side. So let's go right side first. Let's put that elbow on the floor, directly below the shoulder. One heel on top of the other arm extended, just like this. 3, 2, 1, plank. All right, so we're just going to stay on this one side. And I'll tell you when to switch. Stay there. Ideally, have a nice straight line through the hips here. Keeping that midline nice and tight, of course. This is always a good thing to do at home if you have a little extra energy to do some side planking, regular planking. A few more seconds here. 3, 2, 1. Flip it over. Other side now. Left side. Side plank. Lots of different plank variations, of course. It's kind of an underrated core exercise because it really helps develop core stability. So, plank more. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1. All right, so the last thing we're going to do is warm up that upper back with some bent over rows. I have a very heavy dumbbell here, but whatever you have, a dumbbell, going to grab both bells like this. We're going to hinge at the hips, just like I was talking about earlier for our deadlifts. We're just going to work on pulling that weight up into the chest, right? Pull those elbows up toward the ceiling and go. We don't have to go super fast here. We're just warming up the back, going for a full minute, so kind of nice, slow reps. Squeeze those shoulder blades together at the top, right? We're looking for a lot of contraction in the mid and upper back as we do these. Another great exercise that's good for people who spend too much time on computers. Again, because we're in that kind of weird position all day, this strengthens all those muscles. You got 30 more seconds to work on the bent over rows. Take a little break if you're getting tired, but ideally, you know, hopefully your dumbbell's not too heavy. 20 more seconds, and then I'm going to set you free for the workout today. 15 seconds for our rows. Couple more reps here. 10 seconds. And 3, 2, 1. You're warmed up. Okay, so get after it, guys. Get her done. Looking for some good speed on those runs. Remember the deadlifts, keep that belly nice and tight, sending those hips back into that hinge, driving the hips forward, keeping the heels flat on the floor. And then the jumping lunges, take a little break now and then if you'll need to. If you don't, awesome. But yeah, jump, switch legs, try nice and explosive, kind of jump up nice and high, switch the legs every rep. There you go. 40 reps on the jumping lunges, 20 per leg. 40 total. You get the idea. Get your timer going, 3, 2, 1, go. See how fast you can get those 3 rounds done. All right, Morgan out. Have a great weekend. Actually, that's not true. I'll have a workout posted for you tomorrow, so I will see you on Saturday.